Tim Onlu goes over a tenth of a second fast.
Good evening, everyone. Apologies for the lack of stream at the moment. We're currently in between sessions. There's been a bit of a delay with the stream start, but we will be commencing shortly. I am Trout, as you might already be aware. For those who are new to the stream, welcome to Formula Trout League. Bit of a rough start, but we'll get there eventually. So we're racing the VRC Formula Beta tonight. We have been for the last 3 races, and the format is a qualifying session, which we've just had, then 2 races. The first race is 20 minutes long, followed by a feature race of 40 minutes. And yeah, it should be an exciting evening. We're racing at Donington Park tonight, a bit of a rare one. As we don't normally race around here, but it always produces very interesting race results, so bear with us as we get the session underway. So let's go over the results from the previous session, shall we? So qualifying has happened. Normally we are able to capture it, but due to our delayed stream start, we weren't able to grab that for you. But let's have a look at the qualifying results. So we have Giovanni Amorim on pole tonight, with Felipe Olsen in second alongside him. Ryan Wilson taking the 3rd spot on the grid tonight. Alongside him is Alex Cochran in 4th, Gustavo Della Valle in 5th, Adam Woodward in 6th, Byron Thompson in 7th, William Knowles in 8th, Andy Marino 9th, and Alex Afonso rounding off the top 10. Bit of a small grid here tonight. It seems we've hit the halfway point of the season. The numbers tend to dwindle. Let's see if we can get people's attention back up. Some great camera angles here from Donington Park. So just over 90 seconds to go now until the race start. Oh, I've pressed the wrong button again, my bad. And it should be quite exciting. Both Griffin Gaming cars on the front row again. Seems to be a reoccurring theme this season. was going to order a pizza, but I will cancel that now, seeing as we're now streaming, unfortunately. No pizza for me. I've got a job to do. See, is this the best angle we can get? Let's have a look. A nice view into turn one. Here we go. And the lights are on. The cars are revving. You might not be able to hear them, but they are. And away they go. It's a good start from Morim. It looks like Felipe. No, I thought Felipe got a good start as well, but he has the DAC cars covered at least. And let's see, going on board with them. And it looks like we got a car off there, but they're able to get back on track. Bit of a tricky turn one. On board with Adam Woodward currently. And it seems like a fairly clean start to the race. People kept their positions except for Alex Cochran, who has jumped his teammate up into P3, now on the rear of Felipe Olsen. Cochran seemingly getting a good exit there. And we're just about to complete our first lap around the Donington Park British Grand Prix. One of two British Grand Prix this season. The next one being Silverstone, and a very interesting layout as well. The older Prix 2009, I want to say, layout remake. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it looks like the characteristics of this car begin to kick in straight away. The dirty air playing a big factor, and making it very hard to overtake around here. Della Valle. Fortunately not getting the best of exits there, and seemingly letting Woodward get a bit of breathing space. Pretty close lap times between the top two there, literally 1,000th of a second separating them. On board with Felipe Olsen, who is getting closer to his teammate. It might be a bit back and forth with the gap of the next few laps as they both try and find their footing around here. Oh! And there's a big oversteer moment for Moore, and he stays ahead. Olsen has a taste of what could be first position, but Amorim is quick on the throttle and has seemingly recovered. And Della Valle managed to get into P5 there. Yeah, unfortunately missed that. But Cochran Chasing down Olsen. Olsen unable to get past Amorim and now has to suffer the consequences. And it'll be Alex's turn now to either defend or attack. Which will he do? I must admit this this mod of Donington Park, it's worth pointing out it is a mod. It's not part of the base game of Assetto Corsa. It is a really good mod, very high quality. Oh, and there's Olsen off. Olsen is off. He manages to sort of keep it together, but he has lost P5, P6. Oh no, he's now in P6, sorry. Is he able to get up to pace before Byron gets on his case? Nice livery there. Classy. Back at the front of the grid, and Amorim still ahead. However, now Cochrane only 6/10 behind. Looking at the lap times, let's have a look. The last lap, Amorim set a 1:09:09, and so did Cochrane, but only 2/10 slower. Oh, 200th, sorry. Worth noting that that was the fastest lap. Oh, sorry, my bad. So, yeah, no, I'm being stupid. I am so stupid. Alex Cochrane currently having the fastest lap of 1:09:07, which was set 2 laps ago. But he is very close now, all over the rear. However, it seems that the Griffin Gaming car has this sector covered at least. Alex Cochrane faster on that last lap. Cochrane is gaining through this part of the lap and almost sees an opportunity, but Amorim edging ahead for the time being. And on to lap 7 with only less than 12 minutes to go around this Donny Park. Felipe Olsen is gaining on Woodward. And Woodward's off! Just as I say that, Woodward is off. That's probably why he's gaining. That's Thompson into 6th. More and faster by just 2 thousandths of a second there. More and also setting 1:09s, even though he's down in 5th. And we've now passed the halfway point of this race. It seems that Alex is faster through that part, but Moram's just able to pull away. His traction is just much better out the corners, but barely anything separating them. It will be whoever makes the mistake. Now, if Rob Smedley was here, I'm pretty sure he would say something along these lines.
Felipe, baby, stay cool.
But, you know, he's not, and your name's not Felipe. So, ignore that. And that's Olsen up. Where's has Dalla Valle gone off? Seemingly so. Unfortunately, the action happening off camera there. Can Olsen claim P3 back is the question. He's got 8 minutes and he is faster than Ryan Wilson on track. At least his lap times say that. Saying that, no, still is faster. And there he is in the distance. That's what 7 seconds looks like. And the gap between first and second has expanded, like doubled in fact. Alex Cochran might have made a mistake that last lap. And Alex Afonso is gaining on Marino. And Marino makes a mistake. That won't help him. Now can William Knowles capitalise on Marino? So 6 minutes to go. plenty of opportunities. He just has to get his head down and not make any mistakes. Alex Cochrane is gaining on Amorim. Ryan Wilson sets his fastest lap so far. 1 minute 9 flat. Knowles is gaining. That last lap at 1 minute 11.4, and Andy setting in 1 minute 12. And Dalla Valle's got up to 4th, so we missed that. What happened there? Olsen making a mistake, I believe. I literally blink. I look away. I take my eyes off for 1 second. Alex Cochrane faster than first again, but unfortunately still in second. Ryan Wilson going faster again. Barely a second separates first and second, but that's enough to keep him ahead. Just 4 minutes to go here, and Alex is looking closer than ever. I wonder if Amorim's tyres have gone. And Woodward is off. Woodward is off. Oh no. And he's all the way at the back of the grid. I mean, hats off to Ryan Wilson, who's just consistently been around 5 to 6 seconds behind the guys in first and second, but he's just doing his own thing out there. Alex Cochrane, again, this is as close as he's ever been, but just can't seem to make a move. Constantly stuck at like 3/10. And more and faster than him on that last lap. Two minutes to go. That's roughly a lap and a half. So we'll see another lap after this by the looks of things. Alex Cochrane is running out of opportunities. Olsen is catching up to Dalla Valle again. And he's not as close this time round. And it must be very frustrating for Alex, just unable to get closer enough. Someone who is getting closer though, this guy. He's been all over the grid tonight. Let's see, can he get P4 by the end of the race? Oh my, yes, he can! Della Valle, what have you done? And we might just get another lap. These guys are fast enough. Yeah, I think we might get another lap here. Unfortunate for some who might not have fueled enough. If you guys were with us last race and the race before, we've had plenty of opportunities for upsets. As Marino, who's gone off. That's Alex Alfonso. That's unfortunate. Yeah, plenty of people, unfortunately, running out of fuel, but not fueling for enough laps. By the looks of things, Alex Cochran getting a bit wide there, and the exit of turn 1 might have just, unfortunately, cost him. William Knowles is off as well. A lot of mistakes at this last lap. Alex Cochran getting real wiry out there. His tyres looks like he might have just left him. And we'll just want to see it to the end of this race by the looks of things. He's not giving up though, he's not giving up. Going for a move, he's gone for a move! Oh, it was bold, it was bold, and I mean, even if there was contact, it had to be done. You know, hats off to both drivers. Amorim staying ahead, Cochran coming home in second, and Ryan Wilson eventually crossing the line in third. And yeah, Felipe Olsen got there in the end. He won't be too happy with that, but you know, considering what happened before, it's not too bad. Della Valle will eventually cross over the line in P5, and Byron Thompson will be happy with his finish in P6, I'm sure. And Marino coming around the last couple of corners with Woodward. Woodward all over the rear of him, but not close enough. Unfortunately, made a few too many mistakes. And Alex Alfonso just parking it there. And yeah, quite an eventful first race. Guys, stick around. We've got another one coming up. 40 minutes this time, so go get your drink, go empty your bladder, go get some snacks, go order yourself a pizza. You know, if you've got the privilege of doing so, unlike me. But yeah, congratulations to Giovanni Amorim for that first race. And yeah, we'll be back in about a couple of minutes time. Don't go anywhere. And we are back, guys, and this is the second race of the evening around the Donington Park track. The same 10 cars lined up on the grid. However, this time a 40-minute race of attrition to decide who will win the most points tonight. Why is the grid a bit weird? We seem to be missing a... Is Alex Cochran always second? Something doesn't seem right. I don't know. However, I do know that the race will be starting shortly. It's very dark and gloomy here at Donington Park. The weather seems to have changed, but the lights will be coming on shortly as the cameraman stumbles. He looks for the cigarette on the floor that he has dropped. 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 light, 6 red lights on, and they're away. And Amorim covered off the DAC cars and is into P1, well, stays P1, and there's contact, there's big contact, and that looks like it might be a red flag. It might just have to be a red flag, lads. Apologies for that. Restart the sesh, and it's 5 minutes now until the next lights out, so fun times. And welcome back, guys. Apologies for the delay here. Just usual sort of a set of course of stuff. Having to wait 5 minutes for the next event. Hopefully these guys will learn to keep it nice and calm. It's turn one. It's a very tight corner as the camera will slowly pan up. And you will see from the helicopter's point of view how narrow it is. A very narrow corner and very deceiving as well. Oh no, oh no, the helicopter's gonna crash. Oh no! Just kidding, guys. Don't be silly. I wonder how long we've got left. I presume not long, as the cars will start revving up shortly. The lights will start going red, and once again we will go racing. It's lights out, away we go. And once again, the Moran gets a good start, and oh, someone's off in the back. Someone overcooked it. But it's a lot cleaner as the mic boom is in the way. Bit of a sketchy start from the server, but everyone is away, and you know, got a nice clean start. Woodward, worth mentioning, up in P4, and someone's off. Oh dear, I just spoke too soon. Woodward, oh god. I mean, due to no fault of anyone else, there's a few offs there, but we're still racing. Woodward, you're doing so well. Alex Cochran still in second. Let's see, he is as close as he's ever been, and that's Wilson off. That's Wilson is in the sand, and a lot of upsets here around the first lap of the 40-minute race. Unfortunately for these guys, they will have to pit and chuck on a fresh set of tyres. Olsen up into P3. So it's worth noting that the previous race results determined the grid positions for these guys. I wasn't aware of that. I was not aware of that. I mean, I did know that, but I'm sure I saw a different result one time and it threw me. But I'm told that that is incorrect, and that I am not being gaslit. Let's go to Byron, who is very close to Marino, braking a bit early there, and unfortunately getting a lot of understeer that leads into oversteer. That was unfortunately a bit of a rookie mistake there from Byron. Managed to unsettle the car quite easily there. Adam Woodward up in P6. Ryan Wilson will want to change that as soon as possible. Cochran very close here as he heads along the back straight now. Alex Cochran purple in the first sector. Barely anything in the middle, but he is faster. And it's just this last sector that unfortunately he's unable to capitalise on. This is how it's done. Dalla Valle getting alongside it and before the hairpin chicane. Not really a chicane, is it? Oh, big pack of cars there. Two teams battling it out against each other. Very exciting stuff. We got the BAG boys leading the pack. But it looks like Woodward being swallowed by the two yellow cars. I mean, they're yellow, aren't they? I will check my notes and confirm who they are. Apologies for that, guys. Well, you know, it's only Diamondback Racing Team. How could I forget? Who have, you know, just managed to leapfrog those two with such prowess. You know, they're very familiar with the track surfaces laid down by the Formula Trout League teams. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, moving forward, Ryan Wilson getting in the midst of them all. A lot of trust between the drivers here, giving each other just enough room to maneuver. And these two guys, they do not want to make contact with one another. Obviously because of their teammates. And that's Wilson, who just overtook off camera. For some reason we did not capture that. Sorry. And now Wilson has a lot of ground to make up for, and will probably end up driving a very lonely race. Maybe he's wearing lace. That's up to him to decide. Dalla Valle will now try and overtake the Diamondback car, and does it with quite ease, with much ease, as William Knowles just veers off into the sandpit. And Dalla Valle, understanding the assignment now, needs to get his head down and focus. And it looks like there's a lot of gaps forming now. Woodward, let's see if he can hold on to his teammate as they come around the last corner. Oh, what? What happened? Ah! Stupid Delta. Well, I guess it's a good thing I didn't miss another overtake. Like usual Kilgore Trout fashion. Pav, you're watching a Kilgore Trout stream and missing all the action. And William Knowles has given up. He is tapped out, as someone may say. and just over 31.5 minutes to go around the Donington Park Grand Prix, and you're on board with Giovanni Amorim, the current race leader who has won the previous session, the sprint race, and is now leading the feature race. We've got 40 minutes, well, a 40-minute race, 9 minutes bin so far, 31 to go. Quick maths. And Amorim already catching traffic. Stumbling across Afonso, who unfortunately spun out right at the start. Not a mistake you want to make, but at least didn't make any contact with anyone else by the looks of things. So if you're going to make a mistake like that, at least you don't want to tangle with anyone else. And yeah, nothing really to say now, guys, really. This is kind of the boring part of the race, not going to lie. You know, I haven't got any sound effects to simulate someone going... But, you know, if I did, that's what it would sound like. Stream is black for me. That's not good. That's not good. We don't want a black stream. Can you confirm that the stream is still black? Either way, you know what, we'll just roll with it. We'll assume you can just paint a picture in your own mind. If it's a black stream, that's part of the fun. It's like radio. Oh my god. So is that a mistake from Wilson? It is. Wilson cocked up, and he's given fourth to Dalla Valle and fifth to Woodward. So it could be an eventful night, guys. It could be an eventful one. If you stick with us, you might see more incidents. Well, you won't see them. They'll happen off camera. As Afonso is into the pits, has he also made a mistake? Byron is into the pits. No, it looks like these guys are making their first pit stop of the night. And what tyre are they on? Let's have a look, eh? They are now on the medium. So I presume they started on the soft or the super soft. I'm sorry, guys, I didn't check. But Amorim and well, basically the top four are all on the super soft at the moment. Woodward being the only one who's opted for these softs. Yeah. There we go. That's the one, isn't it? That is the one. Oh god! All right, so wake up, wake up. What should we order from McDonald's tonight, lads? That's the question. What are we ordering? As Ryan Wilson is gaining. Oh no! Alex Cochran he's off. Alex Cochran's off. Alex Cochran down in third now. That will not help his title hunt, which I'll be honest wasn't really a light, but you know there's an opportunity there. He wasn't out of the championship. It does very much look in Amorim's favour at the moment, as his teammate is now up into P2. Stream, yeah, sorry, it was my Twitch app. No worries, thank you very much for answering that one. And Ryan Wilson now on the rear of Woodward, gets a good exit there, but thinks twice of the overtake there into the hairpin. Maybe he broke a little too early, I don't know. Maybe still sizing up his opponent. He goes around the outside. Tries maybe a slingshot move, but ultimately still in P6. And could he make a maneuver around the outside? He does. Nicely done. He's up into P5. And Thompson on his teammate Alfonso. And Byron, unfortunately, gets a bit loose there. Let's see. That's him done by the looks of things, unfortunately. I'm sorry to see. And we've got Dalla Valle in the pits. Woodward still staying with his opponent as they both head into turn 1. Dalla Valle comes out in P6. Just behind Woodward by the looks of things. Oh, just behind. I think that's lap traffic, isn't it? That is that's Alfonso. Just over 24 minutes to go here. And we're on board with Dalla Valle, who is chasing down Woodward. No, he's not. He's chasing down lap traffic again. Sorry. He is also chasing down Woodward, let's be honest though. And is making some time, some headway. Woodward was within a second of Wilson, but looks like he's made a mistake. And you know, it's quite easily done. This car very unforgiving, barely any downforce on it, so you've really got to kind of heave it around the corners, but gently at the same time. You know, it's a bit of a boat in that sense. The VRC Formula Beta car is based on the 2008 GP2 car. So, you know, it's got a bit of drive behind it as Alex Cochran comes into the pits. And he's overshot it! Alex Cochran has overshot the pit! His pit box! That will not do him any favours. It looks like he had a bit of damage there, so that would have been repaired. A bit of extra time. Admittedly, you know, he's only really kind of... It's just damage control for Alex Cochran now. He will likely end up in P3 anyway if he doesn't make any more mistakes, but admittedly it was Olsen he was likely challenging if he could. Yep, so 22.5 minutes to go. We've got two retirements, Byron Thompson and William Knowles. And yeah, no, quite a crazy one. And the gaps have formed. And Olsen is into the pits now. His super softs giving up on him. 22 minutes. This guy though out in front, unfazed. There was one point when Alex Cochran was about a tenth behind, but you know, no attempts made For P1, no overtakes as Woodward now comes into the pits. And looking at the timing screens, I believe Giovanni Amorim has the best lap so far with a 1 minute 10.1. As Amorim is now in the pits and is leaving the pits. And enough of a gap that he just stays out of head. I want to say that Olsen's closer. I want to say that Olsen is much closer. The undercut is very strong. It's Cochrane setting the fastest lap so far with a 1 minute 9.9. First car to break into the .9s in this session, as Ryan Wilson makes his first pit stop. I presume the only pit stop of the evening for these guys as well, likely to be a one stop, but who knows? Who frickin' knows? You know what I mean? Oh, and we've got another retirement. Alfonso calling it a night. I've sacrificed ordering pizza because the pizzeria closes at 9 o'clock, guys, and you couldn't even make it to the end of the race. And Marino is in the pits. I hear you ask, what kind of pizzeria closes at 9 o'clock on a Saturday? I know, man, I know. But it's damn good. And that's all I've got. Remember, guys, still waiting on my McDonald's order, so, you know, get your suggestions in. Just over 17.5 minutes to go. We're on board with the race leader, who has looked pretty much unfazed. There's a point there where I said Felipe Olsen was closer, but that gap has nearly doubled to 4 seconds. And yeah, I mean, it's been a pretty straightforward one for this guy. You know, obviously, don't count your chickens before they hatch. And Felipe also set the fastest lap. Oh, I don't think it was legit though. It wasn't legit, bro. It wasn't legit. It was not legit. What are we doing, eh? And what happened there? What? Oh, We've what happened there? Hey. Did Dalla Valle deliver the Dalla Valle special? Is that what you're saying? Is that what we missed out on there? I swear, I literally look over to my second monitor. I'm like, okay, what should I do? What should I? How do I spice it up? And then all of a sudden, that happens, and I'm just sat over here, like, huh? You know what I mean? So yeah, 15 minutes and 35 seconds, 15 minutes and 34 seconds, 15 minutes and 33 seconds, 15 minutes and 30 seconds to go, guys. We're on board with the guy chasing down first position, his teammate running away with it at the moment. Felipe Olsen having to settle for second. But still all to play for, still plenty of opportunities. Just needs to keep that pace up. And it looks like Amorim finally breaks the 1 minute 9.7. And I mean, there's just no gaps. I mean, there's just no battles happening. Unfortunately, the gaps are too big. The closest thing you got is Dalla Valle hunting down Wilson, which might happen. One of them might make a mistake. Still plenty of chances for that to happen. Wilson setting a faster time there, 0.2 faster, in fact. So I don't think that'll happen anytime soon. In fact, that gap's increasing. Wilson is pulling away. Let's see what has Dalla Valle got in the bag. In his bag of tricks. He needs to pull something out if he wants to regain P4 before the end of the race. The Wilson setting a 1 minute 9.7. That's pretty good. He's already into the sevens, and I believe. Well, what was the fastest lap? What did we say it was? Oh, I mean, Amorim's just gone into the 1 minute 9.6, so that's the correct. So yeah, I mean, that's a really good lap from Wilson, finding his groove as Dalla Valle decides to mow the lawn instead. Amorim going faster again, 1 minute 9.678, nice and aesthetic. We like funky numbers. Dalla Valle, as I've just said, like, I don't know what did I just say, lads? What did I just say? I don't even know. But Dalla Valle gaining on Wilson. Wilson's made a mistake, but Dalla Valle going very deep. Very deep. Oh dear. So Wilson, yeah, doing a 1 minute 12 there. He done goofed. He done a silly after setting a stellar of a lap. A lap good enough for qualifying, possibly. More faster again. He's just chipping away. 1 minute 9.6, 1.5. No one can stay close. 1 minute 9.5. Ah, Olsen goes faster. Olsen going faster. Again, it wasn't legit. It was not legit. It says here 1 minute 9.5 was his last lap, but his best lap was a 1 minute 10. What's going on, Felipe? You've not set a legit lap in a while. Stop cutting that chicane. No, should we go on board with Felipe, see what he's doing? Should we expose him? Let's see, what is his last lap? 1 minute 9. Alright, so yeah, that was a legit lap. He heard us, lads, he heard us. Because his best lap time just improved. Not by much. Okay, let's stay on board. See how he takes his chicane. I'm sorry, Felipe. I don't mean to do this to you. Just a bit of entertainment. I mean, you tell me. You tell me. You're a bit greedy with that, but you would. I would. I can't talk. Morim setting a 1 minute 9.5 flat. Whereas his teammate not so much. His tyres might be a bit flat. Bella Valle, 3 seconds, and that gap is the gap's decreasing. You can definitely see where he's going slower in comparison to the other drivers. Not as confident around certain corners. In a wider line. But I think that's just the nature of this car, unfortunately. It's just forcing drivers to be a bit cautious. Overly cautious. Because it will chew you up and spit you out. Oh no, what happened there? What happened there, my boy? A gap.
Oh, my goodness!
And Wilson sets a 1 minute 9 as well. That's not what you want to see when you're making mistakes like that. Wilson needs to bring it home now. I think he's not really going to gain on Alex Cochran, let's be honest. Alex Cochran needs to just be deleted from the race for him to gain third. But he could easily lose fourth. 5 seconds is a nice gap, but it's not enough of a gap. You know what I mean? 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 Cochrane's pitted! Cochrane's pitted!
Huh?
Cochrane going for the fastest lap by the looks of things. And big lock up there from Wilson. Let's see what has Alex got in him. He will be on low fuel, fresh tyres. Let's see, it might take him a lap or two to get the tyres up to temperature. His teammate Ryan Wilson just under 9 seconds behind him. However, the gap to Dalla Valle behind Wilson increasing. See, Alex is up on his delta so far. Wilson setting a 1 minute 9.5 there. So let's see. Alex Cochrane needs to really have at least a second in him. He doesn't need to, but you know, if he wants to set fastest lap, because he's just lost all of it there. Maybe next lap, eh? Maybe next lap. So he will improve, but needs to go faster again, and I think he can do this. He was nearly 3/10 up before he made a mistake there. Yeah, gets that better. There we go. And he's 8/10 up. Can he keep it together? Oh, managed to screw a bit of time there, but comes across the line and sets the fastest lap, 1 minute 8. And yeah, I think he might be safe with that one. Really good time there. Let's see what has Moram got in him as he comes around the last couple of corners. Can he answer to Alex Cochrane's beck and call? Don't know what I meant by that. Delta showing that he's already down on his time, but there's barely anything in it. But yeah, already losing time as he comes to the uphill section. Yeah, I don't think this is the lap. He might have to just settle for first, unfortunately for him. Oops. needs to be a stop all sounds button if you make a mistake. Anyway, pretty uneventful in the last closing section of this race. With 1 minute to go, this will likely be the last lap. And see, can Amorim improve on his lap time? I don't think he can. He will probably just bring it home. And, you know, hats off to Amorim, who has pretty much led this, whole round from start to finish. Qualified first, won the first sprint race, and has led this from start to finish, like I said. And as he comes around the last corner, a bit twitchy on the throttle, but this guy has only bloody gone and done it. Giovanni, first place for Griffin Gaming, his teammate, coming home in second. He will be happy with that one, but let's give him a few air horns as well. Alex Cochrane, a bit defeated here tonight. Manages to claim the fastest lap though, as he does some Tokyo drifting around the last corner. I think we've got a song for that on the soundboard, but it will probably get copyright striked, so we will not play that one. Anyway, Alex Cochrane doing a bit of showing off there. Comes home in third. His teammate comes around the last corner in fourth, and Dalla Valle in fifth. But yeah, you know, pretty standard race here tonight. You know, unfortunately got a bit uneventful in the last part of the race, but you know, that's just the nature of the beast sometimes. Now, shall we have a look to see if anyone wants a quick interview with me? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Bro, this is the most boring stream of a qualifying I have ever seen. Well, it's not qualifying, so if you come here for a qualifying, then I'm guessing, yeah, it would be pretty boring. It has been uneventful, I'll give you that. But, you know, what can I say? These guys, different skill groups across the grid. And we've got our first interview. Let's just get them both in here. Hey guys, hello there. Congratulations, Giovanni, on your race win. You pretty much led this whole thing from start to finish. But why don't you walk us through it? How was it for you?
Yeah, thank you. It's pretty good. Definitely went a lot. The second race was a lot smoother than the first race. I was definitely feeling some pressure from Alex behind. I don't know. I feel like I guess he just had a little more pace. But then the first one, I was feeling pretty good, and able to pull a pretty early gap. And I guess Alex made a mistake or something, and so Felipe got up into second, and then I almost missed my pit box, so that could have been bad. Yeah, overall it was really smooth. I'm pretty happy with how it went.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that you pretty much dominated this round, um, usual Amorim fashion. But
Uh,
well, I mean, considering your worst position so far is third.
true. I guess for this series.
This series in particular, you've looked pretty unfazed, and yeah, congratulations, man. Silverstone next. How are your thoughts on that?
I actually won't be able to make it to Silverstone.
Oh, so you give other people
But-
a chance.
Yeah, this is why I made sure to do especially well here.
Exactly. That's what I like to hear. But congratulations on your back-to-back race wins there, and
Thank you.
good luck in the whenever you do come back.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you very much, Giovanni Moore. Let's get our noisiest driver on the grid, Alex Cochran. How's it going? How was that for you?
Hello. Sorry, I didn't know. I thought it was on a push to talk. Can you repeat the question?
How was that for you? How was this evening?
A bit disappointing. As you can probably tell. Well, I don't know. I did like one lap of practice before the race, which is my fault, of course. There's some saying about fail to prepare. I don't know what the saying is. But yeah, it was disappointing, obviously, because in the first race, I didn't expect too much after quali. I managed to get up into second, and then it was like Giovanni said, I was keeping him honest all the way through. Had a little luck on the last lap, but a track like this, unless the car in front makes a major mistake, it's very difficult to pass. I feel we were very, very close on pace. So
Oh, for sure, yeah. I mean, I even mentioned that it was a bit of a desperate maneuver, but you had to do it. You had to make it. You had to at least give it some effort. Not that you didn't give any effort, but you know what I mean. You had to make an opportunity.
yeah, exactly. He was a bit slow at that last corner. Well, the chicane. I was like, well, if I get alongside,
Yeah.
maybe pushed it a little much, but it was no harm done in the end. He still took the win. I was happy with the position, but yeah, race two is a disappointment. The red flag was a bit of a saved me a little bit because I bogged down massively. I hit there's no anti-stall in Assetto Corsa, but I would have hit the equivalent of that. Revs just bottomed out, got overtaken by 3 or 4 cars at the start, so the red flag was a real help. And yeah, it was a similar story. Like I was keeping it honest for the first lap or two, and then he just pulled an amazing gap. Like Giovanni's pace on the start of race 2 was amazing. Race 1 it was like a 10.3 best lap near the end of the race. On more fuel, he was doing 10.1, 10.2s, like consistently, and I could just about keep in touching distance, but a few little mistakes from me, and he pulled away. And then in my mind, I was like, "Oh, I have nothing to lose. I'll just push as hard as I can," because I was getting away with quite a lot, running wide or whatever in the race before. But yeah, just a little spin on the exit of I don't know, the corner, but just at the end of the third sector, I think, the second sector, I think, just lost the car.
Yeah, I noticed you also pitted for fresh super soft so that you could go for the fastest lap.
Yeah, I was talking to Ryan 2 p.m. I was like, I can just sit there in this position. Maybe Felipe will make a mistake. He hadn't up to that point, and I'll be kicking myself if I do pit. But it's one extra point, so
Definitely
worth doing. It's a little annoying as well, actually, because obviously Felipe passed me when I made that mistake and went off the track. And then I thought, oh, well, I can probably get him back. I'll do a slightly risky strategy, pit slightly earlier on the soft tyre, fix my damage. But I overshot my pit box by such a ginormous amount that I lost about 10 seconds in the pit stop.
Yeah, we caught that as
so-
well. We caught that.
Yeah, so that any chance of the undercut and the risky strategy working was just gone then. So I was just lapping after that, basically. But it was a fun race anyway. And yeah, thanks for everyone for attending, and thanks for streaming as well.
No worries, thank you. Put on a good show, and good luck in Silverstone.
Thanks. Yeah, should be a good race.
That was Alex Cochran, and let's get Felipe Olsen. How's it going, man? How was that for you?
Well,
That was pretty good. First race was a bit messy from my side because I don't even know what happened. It seems like I just forgot how to drive. But then second race I got a good start and yeah, just kind of cruising from there. Car felt really good, so yeah, nice smooth weekend, 1-2 for the team, and that's all we could ask for.
Yeah, man, it was it was a pretty eventful race. At one point, well, you were all over the grid at one point. I'm pretty sure. Why don't you walk us through having to make your way back through the grid to get to second?
Oh, well, in the first race, it was the start was okay, but then I got passed by Alex because Giovanni made a mistake in front of me and slowed me down a little bit, and then just kind of unfolded from there. Just couldn't defend. Uh, then I made a mistake in turn one, lost 3 positions, I think. Yeah, I dropped down to P6. And from then I was catching the guys ahead pretty quickly, and both of them I think made mistakes in front of me, so didn't even have to pass them on track. Then I had another half spin. This time I hit the barrier and damaged the car a bit, but still managed to continue. And then I think it was Gustavo in front of me. He made another mistake, another half spin right on the last lap or second to last lap, and yeah, then that was the first race. Finished P4, then got a really good start in the second race up to P3 immediately. Then Alex made a mistake early on and just kind of cruising from there. Not really much happening.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty uneventful race in that sense. Once you got the move done, it was just a case of holding the position. But considering that one point, you were down in P4, come back to to finish in second. It's pretty hard to do in this car. Huh?
Yeah, I'm very happy I managed to get up to P2, especially on this track, because I was very worried the start of the race that I wouldn't be able to make any progress because I saw how difficult it was to follow in the first race. So I'm very happy I managed to get into P2 and also that I managed to finish the race without any like major mistakes or spins or anything like that.
Yeah, well, congratulations on that. How do you feel about Silverstone?
Much better than Donington. I'm really looking forward to that. It's one of my favorite tracks. So
it's the old layout as well.
yeah, that's really fun. I did a few laps a while ago and I really enjoy the layout. It's kind of new to me, but yeah, it's fun. So really looking forward to that race.
Fair enough, man. Thank you very much for putting on a good race for us. It's very entertaining.
Thank you very much, and see you next week.
Yeah, nice one, man. And that's everyone. Thank you very much for everyone joining us tonight. Apologies for the delayed stream start, and see you next week, same time for Silverstone. Yeah. I've been Kilgore Trout. You've been watching Formula Trout League, presenting the Formula Beta Cup, and racing the VRC Formula Beta, which is the GP2 equivalent. Thank you very much, and good night.